Welcome to Tidepool, WaveCast's first mini episode. I'm your host, Eugenie, and today we are diving into two innovative industry events happening in St. John's, Newfoundland this November. Today we're chatting with Sean Murphy, the show manager for the highly anticipated North Atlantic Fish and Workboat show happening at the Mary Brown Centre in St. John's on November 17 and 18.
My name is Sean Murphy. I'm the show manager for the North Atlantic Fish and Workboat show at the Mary Brown Centre in St. John's. This show has been going on for quite a few years now. I've been managing the show for, I think, close to 8 years now. And the show is all about the marine industry. But the big part of that is the commercial fisheries side of the industry, which for a lot of people in Newfoundland, Labrador, and all over the Maritimes is an important industry. We also touch on other industries like aquaculture, fish processing, marine, oil and gas with the supply ships. So anything to do with the marine, anything boat related and fisheries we would touch on with this event. It's a 2-day event, so November 17, 18 coming up. People that are coming from a bit further away to get there on a Friday, spend a weekend there and see what St. John's has to offer too.
I think that's great. I think probably a lot of people are going to go do some sightseeing up Signal Hill, I'm thinking.
100%. And we have people coming from all over the world. Certainly on the exhibitor side, we have companies that are overseas from Europe. We have people from Vancouver, from the United States. So there'll be a lot of people flying in and certainly a lot of people driving to St. John's for this event.
Cool. So who are the anticipated participants and attendees of the show, given this wide range of people coming?
The biggest group of exhibitors is the fishermen. That would represent usually about 90% of the show. And then the other 10% would be your aquaculture, fish processor, your tour boat operator, search and rescue. We always have people from the Department of National Defense that come over, firefighters that do search and rescue too. So they come over to the event.
Are there any notable exhibitors or workshops that people should keep an eye out for?
There are over 100 exhibitors, so quite a few companies from all over. And what's really interesting is, for example, just on the boat building side, we have companies from Nova Scotia, companies from PI, companies from New Brunswick, companies from Newfoundland, a wide range of boat builders. So for someone that's even looking to repair or upgrade or even build a new boat, they get to compare all these different options that are offered. And every location has different specialties, different molds. The beauty of a show like what we do is you get to compare a lot of different options in a short amount of time. And often at shows, companies will also do different specials, different deals that you could talk with those guys and get a good price on what you're looking to do.
It also sounds like you touch on so many different themes, like from boat building, aquaculture, and also just like the fishing industry. So it sounds like a great opportunity for students also to network at this show as well.
100%. Boat design is another example of something that you would find there. So I believe the Marine Institute has a course dedicated to boat design. So a lot of these boat design firms would be looking for people. And I know of people coming from the Marine Institute that have gotten hired. I'm not sure if it was directly at the show or by visiting afterwards, but other companies are always looking for people. One of the goals of a show is to compare, shop around, look what's new out there. One of the biggest goals, almost in my book, more important than the buying and selling, is the networking. And, we have people there from DFO. We have people from the provincial government. We have people from the FFAW, from different associations, environmental associations. So people from all over coming, and they're going to be all in the same room for 2 days. So it's great for students. It's great for the industry. It's great for the fishermen. It's just a melting pot of everything.
That sounds really cool. I think I might have to go to the show.
I hope you will.
So can you just remind us again, just the details of the show know where it's happening, the deadline to register, how to register, and any other information that people might need to know.
Certainly. So the show is November 17, 18, 10 to 5 on the 17, 10 to 4 on the 18. Easy to register. The easiest way is just to go on our website at www.nafish.ca. That's nafish.ca. And if you register in advance, it's half price. So $10 by registering online or $20 at the door. So it's not very expensive. But if fishermen are visiting any suppliers, a lot of the suppliers would have free passes to give away. Anyone from the fishing community is listening, while they could certainly go to any dealer and they would get some free passes there.
Perfect. That's so good. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Next up, we are joined by Heather Burke, who serves as the director of the Center for Aquaculture and Seafood Development, to discuss the future of the seafood industry at the inaugural Seafood Industry Innovation Summit. This event will take place at the Marine Institute for 4 days from November 14 to 17. Heather, welcome to the podcast. Can you tell us a bit about your title at MI and the role that you have with this summit?
So my official title here at the Marine Institute is the Director of the Center for Aquaculture and Seafood Development. That is an industrial applied research center. It's part of our School of Fisheries. We offer support to the training programs that are provided through the School of Fisheries, but we also do an independent research with industry partners. So all of the research we do, we have an industry partner associated with that. So we're doing very much applied R&D, targeted at furthering the development of the seafood industry, the aquaculture industry. So that's really what we do in the center. I am the co-host and co-organizer of that event. This is actually a collaboration with the 4 Atlantic provinces. So we have Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick all participating in this event. And we are co-hosting between the Marine Institute and the Canadian Centre for Fisheries Innovation.
And is this the first year for the summit? This is the inaugural one, right?
Yes, it is. So the way this came about, we had a number of discussions which started probably a little over a year ago with the Fisheries Council of Canada. Paul Landsbergen had this idea that we need an innovation summit to provide information to industry about the types of technologies, automation, things they can do with their side streams to make that industry more efficient, more sustainable, and just to help them modernize that sector of the industry. The Marine Institute works very closely with the Canadian Centre for Fisheries Innovation to bring innovation to industry. So we thought it was a great opportunity for us to co-host and co-organize that event.
Can you touch on some of the key themes that they'll be talking about at this event?
Automation is a key theme, and the reason we're looking at automation is a number of our plants still have a lot of manual operation, and there have been labor shortages. So they need to figure out how to automate certain aspects of their processing facilities, which are quite manual in nature. So automation is one of the key things. And of course, they would need to improve efficiencies. They need to develop technologies or find technologies to help them utilize their side streams better. We also have a theme on digitization, and that's really to look at how can you collect data, whether it's statistical data, processing data, and collect that information to use towards your traceability systems as an example. And then our third focus is actually the side stream utilization. So we're using the word side stream. Some people refer to it as byproduct, rest raw material, but basically it's how do you utilize material that's not typically used as part of your traditional seafood product. So those are our 3 key themes. So we're bringing together some of the industry leaders, some of the industry experts. We've got engineering companies, we've got equipment supply companies, we've got automation experts. They're all coming to this summit to discuss opportunities and ways that the industry can find solutions to some of these challenges.
Okay, so having everyone under the same roof to basically come up with solutions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that is really cool. And can you talk a little bit out of curiosity, how is this all going to come together? What is the day going to look like for this summit?
So each day is going to be a little bit different. What we're doing is opening with a plenary session. So we've got 3 platforms where the industry experts can showcase their technologies or their solutions. After the break, we're moving into our pilot plant demonstrations. Providers are actually running their commercial scale equipment in our pilot plant here at the Marine Institute so that people can get an opportunity to ask questions about the new technology, see it in operation, understand what it does, and whether or not it might be a fit for their application. In addition to the plenaries and the equipment demonstrations, we also have workshops that will run in the MI Conference Center. So the workshops are more like targeted focus groups. So they'll be led by 2 facilitators. They will tackle a specific topic and they will interact with the participants, and they will focus in on, as an example, Dr. Dave is running a workshop on sea cucumber nutraceuticals. So what can you do with the gut material and what we call the flower? That's the mouth and the tentacle. That's typically not used as a seafood product. It's typically a byproduct or a side stream or a discard. But a lot of Dr. Dave's research has shown that those elements that we typically throw away of the sea cucumber are very high in various types of nutraceuticals and medicinal properties. So she's going to be leading the discussion, showcasing some of the research her team has been doing about what is in those products or those side streams that might have value. A number of different peptides in there that can have anti-inflammatory properties or anti-carcinogenic properties. So she'll be taking the group through, like, here's the research, here's what we've been doing, here are some potential applications that you may want to consider if you're able to recover that particular byproduct. So you can maximize the value of that side stream rather than throwing it away.
Wow, no, that's really interesting because traditionally, like with sea cucumbers, I've always thought from when I was little that there was 2 things that you could eat and everything else wasn't used for anything. So it's great that there's research out there, extra added properties of the discards and the byproducts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's cool. This sounds like a really cool event. Can you share more details about where to find it, where to sign up, deadline to register, how to register, and anything else they might need to know?
Just go to the website. So the website for the conference is www.siis2023.ca. So when you get to the website, you'll see buttons all over the website, register here. So just click on the link and it'll take you right to the registration page. Right now, we have a few spots still open. So we're keeping registration open until all the slots are filled. So anyone who's listening who would like to register, just go to the website and registration is still open. If people do have difficulty registering, they can reach out to me directly at heather.burke@mi.mun.ca. So the only other thing I'd like to add is I'd like to thank a number of our sponsors. I'm probably going to forget some, but our key sponsors, I think I mentioned earlier that this is a collaboration with the 4 Atlantic provinces. So all 4 Atlantic provinces are providing support to the summit. We also have a number of industry sponsors. So Botter North America, Botter Canada, they're one of our key sponsors. They are hosting a range of sessions throughout the summit on Wednesday, November the 16th. They'll be doing a keynote address about the future of innovation and automation in the seafood sector. They'll be running a number of pilot plant demonstrations. So they're bringing in a large piece of whitefish processing equipment it's commercial scale. So we're actually running that piece in our ROV shop. And they're running a number of workshops as well around sustainability, byproduct utilization, and humane techniques. So certainly like to thank them. Quinlan Brothers is also a key sponsor, Ocean Choice International, Royal Greenland, and of course Springboard Atlantic. All of our sponsors are listed on the website as well. So just a shout out to all of the sponsors. Thank them very much for their support and participation in the event. It wouldn't be able to happen without that support. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming onto the podcast today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you to our guests for joining us in this week's episode. Join us again next week for a deep dive chat with the Marine Institute alumni.